I just want to drop one of these because I'm getting totally land screwed. I really hope the opponent understands that's what's happening here. Hey everybody, we're back for another Phyrexia All Will Be One draft. I just tried to play a little bit of standard and it sent me into a spiral of rage, so let's do some limited. Wow. That's almost the worst card you can get. Pick one, pack one. Soulless Jailer. It's... yeah, okay. I think the best card in this pack... these are all not great. I mean, this is a good card if you end up in the artifact deck, but it's not a good pick one, pack one if you ask me. Pack one, pick one. I mean, it's nice to get to rummage, but we're just going to grab the Hex Gold. Red's second best removal. I haven't played red-green for a while. Maybe we can force red-green. Looks like the person behind me had a tough choice to make. The person ahead of me, I don't know why I constantly screw that up. Okay, Chimney Rabble, Sawblade Scamp, Conduit of Worlds. I mean, this is it's a good card. The problem is, it's really slow. It's a good card if you're ahead. If you're behind, no bueno. Trawler Drake, I don't like this card. When you read it, you're like, cool, but then when you actually play it, you're like, this doesn't really work very well. I don't know. Chimney Rabble? I feel like that's a good card. We are not off to a good start. So far, we've picked up 2 support cards. Is the person behind me just AFK? What's going on here? You know what? I've taken this card before, and it's worked out well for me. This is a good card. I like both these cards. I think the smarter choice is to take the 5/5. This card's really good if you're in an oil deck. We definitely don't know if we're in an oil deck yet. I mean, we're only 3 cards in. Nothing that we've picked says oil. So we'll take the 5/5 with Menace and Reach. Lots of flyers in this format that can wreak havoc on your day. And 5/5 takes care of most of them. Okay, there's 3 green cards here that I like. I like Incubation Sac. I like the Rustvine Cultivator. Lets you ramp a little bit. I like Ruthless Predation. I mean, let's just take the removal, huh? I think so. Still not sure what we're going to do. I'm guessing, just based on what we're looking at here, the system is auto-picking for Taken, which means it's really hard to really hard to tell what's going on when the computer is picking the picks for the person because they're AFK or whatever. Okay, a couple cards here I like. You can actually main deck Carnivorous Canopy in this format. Tainted Observer is a good card if you end up in blue-green. We're nowhere near that right now. Furnace Strider is a fantastic card in red, so we'll grab that. We don't have any oil, but I like the Troll. I also like the Engulfer, but that 6-drop is oof to tacos. So, we'll take the Troll. 4/4 with haste for 5 is decent. Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand and proliferate. It's a good card in the poison decks. I don't necessarily know if we're poison yet. I'll take the 4/4, I guess. I think I'm going to take the Molten Rebuke. I don't love that card, but boy, blue was pretty open, huh? I just don't like the cards that are left behind in blue. It's a good card if you're an oil deck. I'm sure. We'll grab it. Yeah. Okay. We get our choice of blue cards apparently. Oh my gosh. Nobody is taking blue. Lukka. Okay, so other cards I like in this pack. Annex Sentry is one of my favorite white cards. And I think it's probably my favorite uncommon in white. Barbed Batterfist. Love this card. 2-drop 3/1. But obviously, I mean, we're going to take Lukka, right? Just as a reminder, you can add Gruul mana. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells or activate abilities of creatures. The -1 is create a 3/3 green Phyrexian Beast creature token with Toxic 1. And -4, which you can do immediately when you put it down as long as you pay the full mana and not the Phyrexian mana. Better highlight it before it picks something else. Lukka deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and/or planeswalkers, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control as you activated this ability.
My strength grows through conflict.
I haven't played big red-green for a while. Maybe that'd be something to do here. That Engulfer going around late in pack 1 is probably a sign of, oh my goodness. Man, Unctus is such a good card. And we know that blue is wide open so far in this draft. I think I still take the Ruthless Predation here. Tempting to grab this, knowing that blue is so open, but oh my gosh. Are we just going to load up on big, bad, red-green, Gruul monsters and then have our curve be 3.3 and lose every game? That's kind of what it's looking like, huh? Red Sun's Twilight is a terrible card. The only thing it's good against in this format is if you run it up against like a token deck. Or I guess an equipment deck it's good too, but we don't really care for it right now, so we'll just grab the Furnace Strider. Maze's Mantle does nothing for us. Boy, I don't know what to do here. This is such a good card if you're in the blue-red oil deck. Green doesn't appear to be too open, but blue definitely does. Red looks somewhat open. We'd be missing out on the Death Touch 1/3, which is kind of nice, and also the Reacher 1/3, but let's grab Serum. And just like that, all of the blue and red oil cards disappeared. Wow. Big green stuff here. I think I just take Axiom Engraver. It's just a better card. Okay. Wishing I would have grabbed that other card instead of this now, because we got it much later, but that's alright. Not much later. 2 packs later. Fine. If nothing else, I get gems for it. Alright, Serum Core Chimera. We thought about you for a few minutes. Now you're gone. Look at this curve. Oh my gosh. I'll take this, sure. All right, pack 3. We need some green help here. I'm not loving this deck. We need. Usually, you see a couple of those contagious Vorax floating around, and you get super excited, right? Blue-red is looking so good right now. I mean, this card's just a bomb. This you want this pack 1 pick 1 though. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create X 1/1 red Phyrexian goblin creature tokens, where X is the mana value of that spell. They gain haste until end of turn. I've actually yet to play this in a game. Okay, so if we don't take that, we take Cankerbloom. This pairs beautifully with Chimera, by the way, because they both love non-creature spells, but we don't have a ton of those. Cankerbloom is really good. That'd probably be good in our deck. I think that's probably the smart choice. Okay. Take the Volt Charge. We get mad that we didn't pick the... I don't know if we have much for non-creature spells, though, right? Yeah, we really don't. Instants and sorceries, we have 6. We have 4 artifact. I mean, we're not super heavy on it, so... Not the end of the world. We're getting some really good cards here at the end. Ooh, Rebel Salvo or Hazardous Blast. Hazardous Blast is super good to just push damage at the end, and if that's what we have for big beasties, that would be great. But I think we take the removal, because we're going to have to bog down the board best we can. Until we can get our big guys on the battlefield. Actually, we don't really have that many big guys, do we? Do I take the Battle Chair? Boy, a 2-drop would be nice, because we sure don't have very many of those. Ah! Decisions. I think I have to take the 2-drop. We just don't have very many 2-drops that we can play. And you really need a presence in this format. Okay, Evolving Adaptive is really good. Green Sun's Twilight, reveal top X+1 cards of your library. Choose a creature card and or land card from among them. Put those cards into your hand, and the rest of them, if X is 5 or more, put those chosen cards onto the battlefield. This actually works really well with big green stompy things, because you can just put them straight onto the battlefield. I still think Evolving Adaptive is the smart choice here, but it's pretty close. I think our removal is okay enough to where I just want to grab the 2-drop. Serum Core Chimera refuses to go away. If we would have drafted red-blue, this would be an amazing deck, right? Create a 3/3 green Phyrexian beast with Toxic 1. As long as they're corrupted, we can do it again for 3. That's pretty good. Our deck doesn't really focus too much on corrupting our opponents. I wonder if Rustvine Cultivator is just a better pick because of the ramp. I bet you it is. This thing is still around? Nobody wanted to be in red-blue. We're just going to grab these. Hazardous Blast, yep. Oh my gosh. If we do end up going with some blue... Oh, no. Okay. What a ridiculous deck we just drafted. Okay, we're not going to run the Serum Core Chimeras, right? Outside of Lukka, is our green any good? Are we better off just running 2 Serum Core Chimeras, Ovika, and then the the blue that we picked up? Boy. Just curious to see what it looks like. Let's just take a look. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then if we were to add in a Skull Bomb, because it's a non-creature spell, Glisten or Seer, because we need a 1-drop. Two 9 curve, 12 creatures. That's pretty low on our creature count. Instant and sorcery 8, artifacts 6. So 14. Oh, I forgot to put in the Serum Core Chimeras. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put an oil counter on this thing. Remove 3 oil counters. Draw a card, then you may discard a non-land card. When you discard a card this way, Serum Core Chimera deals 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Planeswalker. Activate only as a sorcery. The temptation is really strong to try this. Because we do have some pretty big non-creature, big mana spells. Rebel Salvo, Volt Charge. I think it counts the X, right? Where X is the mana value of that spell. So when it comes in, it counts the whatever you would, I think, right? Or would it only be 2? I'm not sure. That always trips me up. That would be 5. They come in with haste. I think the smart play, which, hey, that's not always the fun play. I think it's to go red-green. And then if we go 0-2 with the red-green deck, then I would have no problem flipping. Oops, don't want that card. Flipping to red-blue just to see what it looks like. So, okay, so what do we have here? Resistance, Sky Wardenshire, Molten Rebuke we can probably cut. Splitter we can probably cut. Probably only need 1 Shrapnel Slinger. And Red Sun's Twilight I don't think belongs in this deck. Alright. Do we want the Furnace Skull Bomb for anything? Do we have anything that cares about oil? Our Axiom Engraver does. So that's good. Sawblade Scamp, evolving it. We've got plenty of 1-drops. Okay. Let's give this a shot. Kind of mad at myself. When I saw all that blue available, I should have really focused more on maybe, hey, we do flip to blue. But then, wasn't our pack 2 pick 1 Lukka? So then it's like, well, come on now. Wow, this is a terrible opening hand. We have no plays until turn 5. That's more like it. I think I'm just gonna keep a 2-lander. If we end up in trouble for land, we can always cycle the Furnace Skull Bomb. Okay, I'll bite. Complete Devotion. Ooh, now they gotta decide if it's worth using it. Or you got the Whispering Draws? No? Okay. Well, we are definitely getting our mana. Which bodes well for us. So we're technically, not technically, but we'll at 4 mana next turn, and then we can turn it into 5 mana if we get one of our 5 drops, like that Menace Big Boy. I think what do I do here? I think I'm going to block here, trade here, keep the poison off of us. Then if we can get rid of Blight Belly Rat while we're still at 0, yeah, that's fine. Do I want to use the ability now before it dies? I don't think so. We like having that land in hand. Oh, oops. I was looking at the wrong one anyway. Oh boy. Only activate the ability at sorcery speed, but I can sack it and draw a card at instant speed, which is probably what we'll do on their end step. So we cross block here. Oh, never mind, they're going to put it in the air. Well, at least they're going to get their first poison this way, I guess. Why would you do it that way? Interesting. Oh, did I not tap my Rustvine Cultivator last turn? Okay, so we hold on to the Canker Bloom in case they got some kind of crazy artifact they want to drop. Or enchantment, which in white could be a lot. Alright, so they're at 6. 7 is the dangerous number for white. For the White Sun's Twilight. 6 for the Wanderer. Or if you watched my last video, I thought it was 7 for the Wanderer. Not my finest moment. I mean, if they attack with more... Okay, Charge of the Mites. Yeah, I'm not gonna ditch my Rebel Salvo. It's one of my best cards. Do I... Do I reset the board here? I think I'm going to, just because I want to keep them off Corrupted. Oh, just kidding, there it goes. I'm Corrupted. And they got to draw 2 cards. Alright, let's go, big one. Alright, that seems good. I think yeah. I think I minus it right away.
The multiverse is our hunting ground. Be feral.
Not gonna block just in case they have removal here. Or I'm not gonna attack, I mean, in case they have removal. Okay. A big creature would be nice right here. That qualifies. I think I stay aggressive.
Sinew and steel.
They'll probably tap down one of my things and they'll attack the... Yep. And they'll attack Lukka with everything. And if they have complete devotion in their hand, Lukka is just dead. Okay, so with Lukka on the board, I'm okay sacrificing my Rustvine Cultivator. Oh. Interesting. Interesting that they chose to not take out Lukka. They chose to take out my Cultivator.
Fable.
Okay. Okay. So I could right now this turn I could send 3, 6, 10, 13 damage at them. Is that the play?
I'm supposed to be the hunter. Tear them apart.
Take them down to 1. They can crack back with a whole lot of poison. Uh-oh, what do they have in their hand? Alright, so they'll take 1 less, down to 12. Okay, we left ourselves pretty wide open for a swing here. They can tap down their Sinew Dancer. Oh, bummer. Okay. Okay, they're looking for answers. They did not find their answers. Alright. Gruel for the win. Alright, so how did we feel about that? That was okay, I guess, huh? We had removal at a good time. Had some good early plays. Lukka came down. Did what he was supposed to. Yeah, I really only think that blue-red deck would work if we were drafting more instants and sorceries from the beginning and artifacts, non-creature artifacts. That Ovika, though, if you can get that thing down on curve, turn 6 or sooner, would be even better. And yeah, I've gotten completely destroyed against that card. All right, a couple of turn 2 plays. Wow, I'm getting tired. Darn you, daylight savings time. Pacha! Do you forfeit now? Our opponent has decided to stay in the game. Gutsy. Play out the 3-1 next, just in case they don't have a play here. I mean, I doubt it, right? But plus, this way we can sack a creature and destroy a target artifact if they come out with something that we don't like to see. That's fine. Just based on the fact that I have Furnace Strider, Oil Gorger, and Lukka now in my hand, I think maybe this is a game we build up our board state and late game swing with the Hazardous Blast. I offer you this trade. Do you accept my trade? You do not. Okay. One thing I definitely need to keep in mind, though, since they are running black, is I need to make sure that I always have 2 cards in hand at the end. If I am trying to Hazardous Blast them. I've been burned only once, I think, by that black card that makes you discard a card in your hand. I think it's a 5/5 with Death Touch. Ooh, that's going to be a 5/5 you're going to swing at me, huh? We could use some land here. You know, we're only at basically a 50% chance to draw land. And we can't do it, apparently. If we get another land, we can drop Lukka. Actually, I could... Yeah, no, I can't do it now. I need 4. And then it would come in with 2 less, right? So it would come in with 3. That's not great. Oofty. Come on! Alright, now we are officially at a 50-50 chance to draw land. Meanwhile, our opponent rubbing it in our faces with their 6 lands on turn 6. Like the cheaters they are. Can't wait to see what giant beastie thing they're about to play. Oh, yeah, I'm totally cool with that. This is frustrating, to say the least. We are going on turn 7 now. And we still have 3 land to show for it. If I ditch anything, it's got to be the Furnace Strider, right? I've got 2 of them in the deck. Oil Gorger Troll is going to give us some life back. You know, if we can ever get to cast it. I think next turn we just drop Lukka strictly for them to have something to target. other than our face. Oh, that's not nice. My gosh. This is insane. We're gonna have to block, tap. I just want to drop one of these because I'm getting totally land screwed. I really hope the opponent understands that's what's happening here. I just can't with this right now. What? Oh, duh. Okay, so they'll send the 2/4 menace at it, and then they'll send the 3, the other 2, and the 1 at my face. And looks like they have something in their hand to play. Wow. We're just dead. That was maddening. What are you gonna do? I mean, if you don't get your lands, you don't get your lands. I think our deck is good enough to win. Do you? Oh my. Oh my. Well, I've got a turn 1 play, and then nothing until turn 4 is what it would end up being. Oh my. Really? If we top deck a land, this is pretty good. Considering the luck that I've had with lands tonight. Okay, we get rid of the blast. Do we get rid of Lukka? Or the scamp? Let's hold on to Lukka. The right play was probably holding on to the scamp, but I'm sick of playing defense coming out the gate, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. Oh, the bat flies around if you hit it, huh? Cool, 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 cool. Hey, this makes it a 2/2. We can play Lukka this turn. And if we get a 2-drop creature, we can immediately play it. That's not how it worked, though. You have a trick? You had a trick. Okay. Now we can play Lukka without having to pay in the Phyrexian life mana, so that's nice. Hey, they're gonna lose some life for us. Appreciate it. Okay. Ah! How do I untap my lands? How do you untap things? Undo, Z. Hey, look at that. Learned something new today. Let's attack first. They don't have any open mana. I guess it didn't really matter, but...
Run and die.
Okay. Alright, we have a good board state, but they have a full hand of cards. And some cool sleeves. That's from Dom U, right? I think that's what that one's from. Ooh, why don't you have poison? That would have been really neat if you had poison. I don't want to -4 this. So we're gonna... Oof.
Serve me now.
Okay, so we're way ahead on board. Way behind in the hand. Oh. Okay. Furnace Strider would be cool right here. I don't actually hate Chimney Rabble either. So if they block one of these, I can -3 Lukka to take care of the Archfiend of the draws. Oh, I can't. It's a -4 ability. Okay, that's fine. Putting another creature on the battlefield's just as good. Okay, so they're going to swing face here because they don't have time to kill Lukka. And then I have to hope that they don't have enough to block everything coming their way. What? Are they about to board wipe? That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only reason you would do that, right? Is if you're about to board wipe. If they drop another land, we're in serious trouble. Oh, Emperor. They could have the Emperor in hand too. Okay. Yeah, okay. Just trying to think, what on earth could they have in their hand that would... But now we know why. Because they could bring it back with against all odds. Unfortunately, didn't matter. Or fortunately, depending on who you're asking. We have yet to hazardous blast our way through for a win. So I was looking back through my stats. I do only have one trophy for draft, and I have two. I did 3 sealed pools and I trophied 2 of them, but I only trophied 1 draft, and it was the deck that I made mono red. I think I posted that one actually, and it was mono red by mistake. About, I don't know, 3/4 of the way through pack 1, I was like, we kind of have the makings of a decent mono red deck here. And I think I still continued to draft red white, red green maybe? I don't remember exactly. One mana away. I probably should be swinging in here with the 1/2 because it's not really gonna matter. But I mean, we get to cast Furnace Strider 1 turn early, so. But I have an oil counter on it already, so it would already be doing its thing. Bone Picker, okay. Do you want to trade, or do you want to just chump? Alright, then if that Furnace Strider can live to next turn, we can swing in with another Furnace Strider. That'd be fun. We actually would have enough mana for Ruthless Predation too, I think, right? So if they put something down to block, because we'll have 5, nah, we'll be 1 mana short. Shoot. Perfect. Perfect. We're totally cool with that. Aww. Okay, well, get it out of their hand anyway, right? So we have the oil counter on there for next turn, so that's why I swung there. Next turn we can play Resistance Skywarden. And we can remove the oil counter from the Furnace Strider unless they remove this one as well. And then we can haste out, swing in for 9. If we get 1 more mana, I think we can Ruthless Predation and then swing out, right? Bummer. Well, clearly we go after the Transplant Theorist. We didn't get the extra mana, but that's okay. So they can't block the 5/5 unless they use both creatures. So they're going to block the 4/5, I assume, with the 1/2. Because they'll need the 2/4 to keep digging for their lands. Or, sorry, not their lands. At this point, they don't need lands. At this point, they need removal. Ooh, oh, that's a good card. Not going to be enough, though. Gruel Beats! Hey, we're 1-1 away from Platinum in Limited. Doesn't happen too often for me. Mostly it doesn't happen because I don't play that much. I think, honestly, this is the most I've drafted since I started on Arena back in February of 2019. I'll have to go back and look at my stats. I was looking at, like, you know, my win percentage. It was right around 50%. Not great. But then I was looking at it. So I use Untapped GG, obviously. You can see it here in the overlay. But, like, it was weird. Some of my matches, it wasn't counting in my limited. So I don't know if there was something goofy there. Or... Wow. This is not a keeper. Especially on the draw. That's better. I think we ditched the Ruthless Predation. Next turn, Bright Blanche Stalker. Making a 2/2. That they would love for me to trade with their 2/1, so we probably won't do that. Oh, let's do this instead. And then next turn, because this is a 3/1, then that'll bump this up to a 3/3. Just has to have a different or a higher toughness or power. Oh, the Canker Bloom will do it too. I think I'll go with this one. Okay, if they crack back with this thing, I'm fine to block with the 3/1. Would be really nice to get some land next turn. Here we are again. Almost 50% for land draw. They're on turn 4 and they haven't missed a land yet. You get a Ruthless Predation, my Evolving Adaptive. With the Predation Steward. Nice. Okay, do I play the Furnace Skull Bomb here to sack it and try to get a land? I think that's where we are in this game, right? Unfortunately. I'm just going to sack it right away. I almost can't believe it. What's the crew on this? 3? Okay. Yay, land! Okay, now if they have a 3-power creature, they can crack back for 4 and 2 toxic, which is not too much fun, but that means they'll be tapping their creature that they play. That 3/3 is an excellent target for our Rebel Salvo. Or do we bait them here? Do we send the 3/1? Because they will definitely tap the Basilica Shepherd to play the Rib Skiff. And then we can hit the Rebel Salvo onto the Rib Skiff instead of the 3. I think the 3/3 flyer is more of a problem right now than the 4/4 on the ground, if I'm being honest. See what they do here. If they activate the Rib Skiff, I can kill it with the Canker Bloom. Okay. I didn't hate that. Again, we need land. I want to get this Resistance Skywarden onto the battlefield to stop their 3/3 flyer. We can try to Rebel Salvo it next turn, but don't know. We could use some mana. That'd be nice, because then I can put down my 1/2 to block those 1/1s. Holy buckets! Okay, we need mana. Wow, do we need mana? This, you guys, I am going nuts. Why? If I kill the 3/3 with my Rebel Salvo and crack in for 3, that takes them down to 6. They're going to full swing next turn with their 4 Toxic, taking me up to 6 Toxic with 4 Toxic hitters on the board, which is bad news for us. So I think I have to do this. Slowing down their Toxic is more important right now than the 3/3 flyers. It sucks that I'm going to lose a 3/1 to a 1/1 Toxic creature, though. Oh, give me a break. Okay, this actually could work out in our favor. Sure. Okay. Yep, they're going to hold back. I'm surprised they're doing that, but okay. You're going to complete... This is Mantle. Gosh darn it. Okay. Well, gang, I think we're dead next turn. I can't even kill this thing with the Rebel Salvo. We've been mana screwed so hard tonight. I just can't even... We're running 17 lands in this thing. Oh, we're just dead next turn. Good game. Hit us for 9 here, actually. Good game. Yeah. Good game. I never mind losing a game when I get outplayed, and it happens a lot. What I hate is when the game doesn't even give me a chance to play. That's happened twice tonight. We're running 17 lands. We don't have a ton of card draw, but we do have 2 Axiom Engravers, so we can pitch cards for land if we need, or pitch land for other cards. We got the Skull Bomb to try to get us cards. Oof. Okay. Okay. Our curve isn't that bad considering all the big creatures we have. 2.8 is not terrible, considering we've got a lot in our 5 drop. But still, I think we got stuck on 4 lands in that other game, and this game we got stuck on 3 lands. I'm keeping it. I'm not changing it. We're gonna go again. All right, up against Yerbo. Well, hopefully it doesn't grow to anything bigger than a 3/3 by turn 3. It can't, right? Unless they play multiple creatures, but I won't be able to do that. Well, that start looks familiar. That's what we were going to do last game. Alright, we'll put this out there. I'll trade with their 3-1 in case they're on the toxic plan. Trade with the 3-1 this turn and then zap the 2-2 with the Volt Charge next turn. Maybe? What do you have? Titanic Growth or something you're planning to use? Or Tyvar? Okay. Oh, I don't have 2 green. Sometimes you just want to just auto-concede 3 turns in. I was going to play out Canker Bloom. Don't have the right mana for that. Shocking. So now our Evolving Adaptive is just going to die. Canker Bloom? I wish I would be nice to block something, sack it, and destroy something, but they don't even have that. Like, I can't... Okay, a 3-2 will kill anything, so will a 2-2. Let's see what they hit us with here. Shocking. Once again, we're behind the curve on our mana. Like, I wouldn't even care if we're, like, getting big creatures. I just want my lands, man. Like, I'm not greedy. This thing can still make stuff bigger, right? So, is this the threat? No, no, no. And we can't even stabilize. This is the part that's driving me nuts. We would need to rip like 3 straight lands to stabilize. And that's probably a poor use of Volt Charge. I should have put out the Axiom Engraver, because the Axiom Engraver can kill that 3-1 as well. That was more of a snap rage Volt Charge, because this is ridiculous. Here comes 8 damage. I can't put out enough blockers to even stop him. I'm not going to say good game, because the system chose you before the game even began. Let's be real. No Wizards. I did not have fun. 3 of these games. I got mana screwed so hard. This deck deserved more than 3 wins. Alright, well, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you're not as frustrated as I am. That was maddening. Alright, have a good night. Peace.